What's going on? This is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and up next, looks like we've got another little money grab from CGC. I mean, I get it. They're a business. They want to make money, but is this really necessary? Let's check this out. All right, so before we get started, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. So I saw this news announcement, and this is what immediately jumped to my mind. It was just another little way for CGC to make some money. And I know I've got CGC books behind me, all this kind of stuff. I get it. But like I've said in other videos, in comments, you can call things out when you see something that's kind of crappy with what a company or business or whatever is doing and still like that business. You can still think that that business adds value, but you can't necessarily institute change unless people are aware of things that are going on. Now, I don't think that anything is going to likely change with this, but still thought I would point this out. So just so you're aware, if you are going to be sending books in to get graded, depending on what method you use to send your books in. So if you're not familiar with what I am talking about, this was the news announcement that I saw from a couple days ago up on CGC's site. And it says, CGC policy update: payments on dealer accounts can only be made by dealers. Now, there are a couple reasons why they might have done this, but let's go into the actual little story here. And so got the title there, and it says Certified Collectibles Group is making an important, and so that's CCG, which owns CGC as well as a bunch of other grading services, but is making an important change regarding payments made to authorized dealer accounts. In the past, CGC has accepted payments from the customers of dealers made to authorized dealer accounts. Effective May 1st, on 2024, CGC will no longer accept payments from customers of dealers on authorized dealer accounts. Authorized dealers are responsible for all payments to CGC companies, including Numismatic Guarantee Company, that's the money grading service, Numismatic Conservation Services, Paper Money Guarantee, Certified Guarantee Company, and Authenticated Stamp Guarantee. Only authorized dealers should make payments to the CGC company for balances due, and customers of dealers should not be making payments on dealer accounts. This change will help enable CGC to simplify and streamline its accounting procedures. So, I mean, they're saying that this is because it's going to help simplify their accounting, which that probably saves them a little bit of money. So, I get that, but I don't think that's the main reason that they're doing this. So a lot of pressers and some comic shops, that kind of thing, that have dealer accounts, what they'll do is kind of like as a favor to their customers, or kind of as like a selling point to get you to come to them, to use them, especially for things like pressers, is that they will allow you to submit your books under their dealer account, or basically they will submit them for you. Like, they press and clean the books, they submit them for you, and then you get that dealer discount. And if you're not aware, that dealer discount right now with CGC is 25%. So if you had a $500 grading fee, if you send in a bunch of books at a $500 grading fee, that would save you $125 over the standard submission process. And so that's something that a lot of people do. And it would, like, one big benefit with, say, for pressers, is it would help basically pay for the cost of your pressing. And so that's why I know a lot of people would use pressers that then offer that discount with their submission. Now, what I think is going to come of this is that most pressers, most shops, maybe some will still do it, but I think most will stop offering that service. And the reason is that now they would have to put their payment information in. And so they would have to kind of go through these extra hoops of collecting what the CGC fee would be from their client, and then they have to submit the actual submission and pay with their own credit card. And then if you have something like, say, a bump in cost, like your book does better than you think it's going to do, and they bump it up in the tier, and then CGC sends an additional bill, that's going to get billed to the dealer, and now they got to deal with trying to get more money out of their customer. And so I expect a lot, like shops would have almost no reason to do this anymore. So shops probably would not hand this discount off to clients anymore, just because of the hassle that will come with it. And I bet a lot of pressers are going to stop offering that. And so it's just going to make your submissions potentially a little more expensive if that's something that you use. Now, the other reason that I think they're probably doing this is that they want more people to sign up for CGC submission accounts. And so if you go over to CGC services and fees, you can see, for example, just for comics, like what it costs for your submissions. And, it's like modern is 25, vintage is 40, high value is 85, unlimited is 4% of fair market value, minimum of 100. You got reholder fees, all that kind of thing. But like they say up here, the fees listed here are for free account holders. So if you just have the free account, you don't want to pay anything, that's what your fee is going to be. But if you have an associate or premium account, you can save 10% on your grading. And if you have an elite account, you can save 20% on your grading. And so what they probably want is they probably want more people to come over here and sign up for these pay accounts, because when you have one of those services, there's probably some people that'll get those accounts and they won't use them. And so it's a stream of income, that CGC is trying to push or funnel more people to. Now, I pay for the elite account. Like I submit enough that it's worth it. And, you get this $150 credit already. So it's really only $150. The premium account, you get $150 credit. So it's effectively free. Like if you're submitting anything that costs up to $150 in grading, just get the premium account. It costs you nothing effectively if you're going to be grading, and you get 10% off your grading. You're not going to get the 25% that maybe you got with the dealer, but at least you get that free credit, and you save a little bit of money on your submission. And like I said, I go with the elite one just because I get the 20% off, and it adds up. It's worth it for the number of books that I normally submit per year. Now, I have still been on a hiatus for submissions because I've just been waiting to see what CGC is going to do about the cases, see if they're going to have new cases, any of that kind of stuff. We haven't really gotten anything yet. We're going on about 5 months now. And so I might start sending some stuff in again soon. I've seen all kinds of people send stuff in again. So I might just start sending some things again soon, but haven't fully decided yet. Gotten a few books that I kind of want to get graded, but we'll see. But basically all this comes down to, I think really what they're trying to do is they're trying to push people to become members so they can get those, 25, 149, 299. And this is just for comics. Their money grading is a much bigger deal. That's a bigger part of their business. And so, if and I'm sure they have very similar types of accounts for the different grading services that they provide. And so I would assume that they are, also pushing people in those other things for card grading, for money grading, all that kind of stuff, posters, and they're pushing them to join these services. But, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't really blame CGC for wanting to make money. They are a business. I know people, like a lot of times I see these comments and people are just like, oh, CGC is doing, like they're trying to make more money. It's like, yeah, of course they are. Like their business. That's their job. But there are some little things where like this is like a nice benefit that was often offered to people through pressing and through their shops. That's just going to go away now. I just really doubt many pressers and shops are going to continue to offer that discount to their clients. But, like I said, the premium one is basically free. If you're submitting like 8 books, like modern books or something in a year, it pretty much just covers your submission cost, and it is what it is. So not a huge deal, but just one of those little things, where you're just like, come on, guys, did you really need to do that? But All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Got a little bit of information here and just what you should probably expect from your presser, from your shop coming up very soon if you have been using their dealer account where you were submitting through them. I do think it's also possible that there was a little bit of this that was tied to that scam because one of the scammers was submitting under another shop's dealer account, and maybe there's something with that as well, just because they want a little easier tracking with the submissions. Who knows? But if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more content like this, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that kind of stuff. I got more videos over here. If you'd like to watch some of my other videos, subscription button is right here. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.